You are born into a world of absolute, heavy silence. The walls of your room are padded with thick, gray foam. Your mother places a finger to her lips, eyes wide. Sound is no longer a tool. It is a predator. You learn to breathe without making a single audible hiss. Every floorboard in this house has been marked with paint. Red means it creaks. Green means it is safe to tread. You walk only on the green lines, a silent tightrope. Breakfast is cold mush, served on soft, rubber industrial plates. Metal spoons are forbidden. Only plastic touches the dull surface. You communicate through rapid, frantic movements of your scarred hands. Level 1, the foundation of survival. Learn to exist invisibly. Outside the window, the tall grass moves without any wind. They are out there, waiting for a vibration, a heartbeat. You watch a bird land on a distant, rusted iron fence. It chirps once, a beautiful, high-pitched death sentence for itself. In seconds, a blur of gray limbs tears the air apart. The bird is gone. The silence returns, heavier than before. Your father monitors a screen glowing with dim green waves. It shows the decibels of the house. Never cross the line. You spend hours practicing how to drop an object silently. You catch a glass bottle an inch from the hard floor. Your heart hammers against your ribs like a trapped, frantic animal. Even the sound of your pulse feels too loud today. Level 2, the scavenger's burden. Today you go outside alone. They wrap your feet in thick layers of duct tape. The door opens an inch, greased hinges moving like silk. The air smells of damp earth and rotting, abandoned metal. You must reach the pharmacy 3 miles down the road. Your sister needs medicine. Her cough is a ticking bomb. Step 1. Slip through the shadows of the porch. The gravel road is a minefield of crunching, lethal stones. You walk in the soft dirt, eyes scanning the horizon. A rusted car sits in the middle of the path. You see a skeleton behind the wheel, frozen in scream. You wonder if they died because they dared to cry? Suddenly, a dry leaf skitters across the asphalt behind you. You freeze. You hold your breath until your lungs burn. A shadow looms over the roof of the rusted car. It has no eyes, only massive, vibrating, sensitive ear flaps. It sniffs the air, clicking its throat with rhythmic precision. You press your back against the cold, peeling car door. A bead of sweat rolls down your temple, stinging eyes. Don't blink. The sound of eyelids closing might be enough. The creature shrieks, a sound that shatters the very stillness. It leaps over you, landing 20 feet away in silence. It missed you. This time, the shadows were your friends. You reach the pharmacy, its windows jagged like broken teeth. The floor is covered in shattered glass and old flyers. You move like a ghost, hovering over the sharp debris. You find the blue bottle of pills on the shelf. Level 3, the price of greed. You see something else. A small battery-operated toy sits on the counter, shiny. It's a space shuttle. You haven't seen a toy in years. You reach out, your fingers trembling with a forbidden urge. You tuck the medicine into your bag, then the toy. The weight of the plastic feels like a mountain in pocket. You turn to leave, but your bag catches a metal rack. A single pill bottle falls. It bounces once on wood. The sound rings out like a gunshot in the empty hall. The echo of the bottle hitting the floor felt like a physical blow. You stand frozen, watching the pill bottle roll slowly toward the dark corner. Every microsecond of silence that follows is a gift you don't deserve. Then, the ceiling above you groans under a sudden, massive weight. They are no longer outside. they are in the building with you. You slide the space shuttle toy deeper into your pocket, regret stinging. The medicine bag is gripped tight in your white-knuckled hand. You drop to your knees, moving with the grace of a falling leaf. There is a ventilation shaft 3 feet away, covered by a loose grate. You slide inside just as a pale clawed hand rips through the ceiling. The creature drops into the pharmacy aisle, its skin translucent and vein-filled. It moves its head in sharp, bird-like jerks, listening for your heartbeat. You press your face into the cold, dusty metal of the vent. Level 4. The narrow path. Escape is a game of inches. You crawl backward, feeling the rivets of the shaft bite into your skin. The monster let out a low, vibrating hum that vibrates in your teeth. You find the exit leading to the back alley of the store. The iron door is heavy, but the rusted hinges are your enemy. You apply oil from a small vial you always carry on your belt. It swings open without a whisper, letting in the freezing night air. You slip out into the darkness, the stars looking like cold, uncaring eyes. The toy in your pocket clicks against the medicine bottle. You freeze, praying the creature didn't hear that tiny plastic friction. A second shriek answers from the roof above you, closer than before. You run toward the forest, your taped feet slapping softly on damp moss. The trees are thick, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. Level 5. The Whispering Woods. Sound travels differently under the canopy. You hide inside a hollow log, pulling your knees to your chest. Outside, the heavy thuds of a hunter circling your position begin. It is sniffing the air, searching for the scent of human fear. You realize the toy has a tiny blinking red light you missed. It's a low battery signal, flashing like a beacon in the pitch black. You desperately cover the light with your thumb, heart racing. The creature's heavy breath carries the smell of old copper and death. It passes by the log, its long tail dragging across the bark above. You wait for an hour, or maybe a lifetime in that wooden tomb. When the forest falls truly silent, you crawl out, shivering. The path home is blocked by a fast-flowing, rushing river. The water roars, a natural wall of sound that offers you a shield. For the first time, you can breathe without fear of your own lungs. You wade into the cold current, the water reaching your waist. Level 6. The Great Noise. Use the chaos to mask your movement. You cross the river, the medicine bag held high above the waves. On the other bank, you see the light of your home's farmhouse. It's a dim, warm amber glow behind heavy, soundproof shutters. You reach the porch, tapping the secret rhythmic code on the wood. The door opens, and your father pulls you into the warm dark. You hand over the medicine, your mission finally accomplished. But the toy in your pocket feels heavier than the medicine ever did. You hide it under your bed, a secret sin in a world of rules. Your sister swallows the pills, her breathing finally becoming smooth. You sit by the window, watching the moon rise over the quiet world. You wonder if the silence is a protection or a beautiful cage. Far off, a single, lonely scream echoes through the valley. Something is still hunting, and it knows you are out there tonight. You close your eyes, but the sound of the falling bottle still rings. The silence is back, but your peace of mind is gone forever. The beep of the toy was like a thunderclap in a grave. You stare at the floor as the first wood plank splinters upward. Your father lunges for a heavy rug to smother the sound. The creature beneath the house responds with a guttural, wet snarl. Level 7. The Breach. Nowhere is safe when the walls have ears. You grab your sister from the bed, her eyes wide with terror. She is too weak to run, her breath hitching in her throat. Father points toward the basement tunnel, the emergency silent exit. Another claw tears through the floor, narrowly missing your ankle. The house is no longer a sanctuary. It is a wooden trap. You descend into the narrow, dirt-walled crawl space beneath the kitchen. The smell of wet earth and ancient dust fill your nose. Above you, the sound of the monster trashed the furniture is deafening. You move through the tunnel, the toy still flashing red in your hand. You want to throw it away, but the sound of it hitting dirt would be fatal. You wrap it in your thick wool scarf to dull the electronics. Level 8, the weight of choice. Your heart is the loudest thing in the dark. The tunnel opens into a hidden grove behind the farmhouse. The moon is blocked by heavy charcoal clouds, plunging the world into ink. You see your father's silhouette stay behind to bar the tunnel door. He is sacrificing his silence so that you can find yours. You don't look back. The tears on your face are silent and cold. You carry your sister into the high cornfields, the stalks whispering against your clothes. Every rustle of the leaves feels like a scream to your heightened ears. Suddenly, the flashing red light stops. The toy is finally dead. But the damage is done. 3 shadows are moving through the corn. They don't use eyes. They track the erratic rhythm of your panic. You find a rusted tractor, a relic of a loud, forgotten era. You slide underneath the oily metal frame, pulling your sister close. Her chest heaves. She's about to cough, a sound that would end everything. You press your hand over her mouth, whispering a silent prayer. Level 9, the last stand. Survival is a debt paid in blood. A monster's face appears inches from yours, sniffing the tractor's iron. Its hearing flaps are fully extended, vibrating like a tuning fork. A drop of oil falls from the engine and hits the creature's head. It pauses, confused by the rhythmic, mindless sound of the leak. It turns away, lured by the drip, drip, drip of the machine. You seize the moment, crawling toward the old stone cellar in the field. This was the original bunker, built before the world went quiet. The door is a massive slab of granite, moved by a counterweight. You slide inside and pull the lever, the stone sealing with a dull thud. Total darkness, total, absolute, perfect silence once again. You find a match and strike it, a tiny hiss that feels like an explosion. The cellar is filled with crates of old records and mechanical clocks. Level 10, the legacy of sound. You realize why they are here. The creatures didn't come to kill. They came to harvest the noise. You look at a dusty record player, a needle resting on a black disc. If you play it, every monster in the county will descend on this spot. But if you don't, you will live the rest of your life in a tomb. You look at your sister, who is finally smiling in the safety of the stone. You put the toy on the table next to the medicine. The silence is a shield, but it is also a slow, quiet death. You realize that to live, you must eventually learn how to scream again.